All right, you want me to give you these ESPN MLB Tiger projections, John?
Yeah, I want to hear what they are.
Okay, you might not like them.
Oh, okay.
I didn't write these. I hope these aren't true. They break down the projected win totals for everybody in baseball. The Tigers came in 23rd, behind two teams in the AL Central. The Minnesota Twins at 88.9 wins, round up, call it 89 wins, are the number one team in the AL Central. Then the Cleveland Guardians are expected to win 81 games. The Tigers' projection is 77 wins, which would be one less than a year ago. They give them an 18% chance to make the playoffs, a 0.1 chance to win the whole thing. Says if they were to go, quote, all in, they could get up to 82 wins, 30% chance to make the playoffs. That's not so optimistic, John.
It is not as optimistic as I am. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I believe in their number for a World Series title. What'd you say it was, 0.1%?
Yeah, 0.1%.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a chance. Okay, there's always a chance. That's not realistic. And we're not trying to talk about things here in Detroit that aren't realistic. What I do believe is realistic, and some of it has to do with a Riley Green. Can he stay healthy? And when you look at the rest of this roster, they're young players. We heard from Scott Harris. There's going to be bumps in the road.
Yep.
Can the pitching staff, can they stem the tide in regards to being able to win some games when the bats go silent? Parker Meadows, does he pick up from the best of what we saw at the end of last year? Spencer Torkelson, is he a 40 home run guy? 31 last year, really started to play well at the end of the year, or at least in a better rhythm of swinging the bat. Riley Green, do you get anything at all out of your shortstop, Javi Baez? And then obviously Cole
Johnny's
Keith,
in great shape.
He retired last year.
No, the headlines are that Baez is in better shape. He worked on his back and his core, and
he was there early. Reported early and had some hitting lessons
for
in the
people
offseason.
who can't tell. I'm being sarcastic, but continue.
Anyway, I think that this team, they were a 78-win team last year, and this is saying that they're a game worse. They're in that area of they could be a 75-win team. They could be an 85-win team. Do I think that they're better than they were last year? They're at least starting off healthy. And yes, I do believe that the bats, another year of experience, I do think they're going to be better. How much more does that mean? Can they catch the Twins? There's only a net of so many wins on a schedule.
Yeah.
And so where do they get divided up? I think that they could be in contention for the division.
Scott Harris said they didn't have enough at-bats available to add more. They were 28th in runs scored last season. I find it hard to believe that there weren't more at-bats available. However, the trade-off is one that means you're going to get younger guys in. That's part of the rationale, is you're going to put younger guys at the plate. Well, the reality with younger players is, look at Spencer Torkelson, it doesn't happen overnight. So while 77 wins feels low, the explanation is, well, they're not going for it. There will be hiccups, and they may have another slow start, which I know nobody wants to see. But, John, if they were, quote, all in, or if they wanted to maximize the division, they would have added one additional veteran bat besides Canna, or two additional veteran bats, and they would have said, hey, Colt Keith, you got to earn your spot. And when you play, you'll play only if you're hitting. But they have said we want to open up opportunities for our young players, which is an organizational philosophy that I understand. You need to develop your young players. That's the best way to build a long-term winner. But then you can't expect them to win a ton of games right away if that's the organizational philosophy.
No, I don't think anybody's expecting them to go to a 90-win team, 95 or 100 wins. That's lunacy. But can they be 3 games better? Which by 3 games better at 78 wins, you're looking at a 500 team. And I'm not going to sit here and say that that's better than 78. Obviously, the numbers say it is, but you're in the same category. But can they be 10 games better? If they're 10 games better, then you're looking at the possibility of winning the division.
Yep. But I think they are doing it on the backs of young players, which could be a risky proposition.
Sure.